Is it possible to watch the Crucifixion of Christ like a movie? In the 1950s, a top Vatican scientist claimed he did exactly that. He built a device called the Chronovisor. They say it was dismantled, destroyed, but if such a technology existed, it wouldn't be left in a lab. It would be buried deep underground, protected by layers of lies. To find the machine, we first have to follow the paper trail of the secrets it was meant to hide. From the forbidden gospel of Judas to the suppressed truth about Mary Magdalene. These aren't just ancient scrolls, they are the breadcrumbs that lead us to the ultimate forbidden technology. Beneath the feet of millions of unsuspecting tourists lies a shadow world, a subterranean labyrinth stretching over 53 miles. Inside the Vatican Secret Archives, they don't just guard old parchments. They guard secrets that, if revealed, would shatter the foundations of centuries-old dogmas. In our last episode, we exposed the books, like the Book of Enoch, that were purged from the Bible. Today we descend into the vault where they hid the rest. Because the church doesn't fear lies. It fears the truth it cannot control. You need to understand one fundamental fact. The secret archives are not a library. They are a graveyard of truths. Every document down there has passed through the ultimate filter. What is humanity allowed to remember? And what must be forgotten forever? And this isn't a conspiracy theory. This is documented history. Take the slaughter of the Knights Templar, for example. By the early 14th century, the Templars were the bankers of God, too rich, too powerful, and too independent. The Vatican felt the threat. The solution was brutal. They were branded as heretics, blasphemers, devil worshippers. The public was terrified. The knights were burned at the stake. For 700 years, this was the official narrative. The church destroyed evil. Until 2001, when a researcher stumbled upon a lost scroll buried within the archives. The Chignon parchment. What did it say? The unthinkable. It revealed that the Pope had secretly absolved them. The church knew the Templars were innocent, but they let them burn alive to seize their wealth and power. The document of their innocence didn't get lost. It was hidden, deliberately. While men screamed in the flames, the proof of their innocence gathered dust just a few meters beneath the Pope's office. This proves one thing. The archives are a crime scene. And if the church hid the truth to protect its coffers, what is it capable of doing to protect its dogma? This brings us to the greatest victim of historical erasure, Mary Magdalene. The official version paints her as a repentant sinner, a supporting character weeping at the cross. But this image is a construct, a convenient story. Ancient texts survive, the Gnostic Gospels, that escape the purges and tell a radically different story. In the Gospel of Philip, Magdalene is not a follower, she is the koinonos. This word terrifies the Vatican. It means companion. It means the other half. The texts describe her as the disciple who knew everything, the one Jesus trusted with secrets he hid even from the male apostles. Picture the scene described in the Apocrypha. Peter, the rock of the church, is jealous. He demands of Jesus, "Why do you love her more than us? Why do you reveal to a woman what you hide from us?" Here lies the true fear. If Magdalene was the true successor of Christ's gnosis, then the entire patriarchal structure of the church is built on a lie. She had to be erased, demoted, from keeper of the truth to repentant whore. The texts that told her truth were hunted down, burned, but were they all burned? Or are the most dangerous ones, the original manuscripts proving her role, never destroyed? Are they still down there, locked in the dark, waiting for the moment to speak. And if you think the story of Magdalene is the most shocking secret, you are wrong, because there is another disciple we were lied to about, a man whose name became synonymous with evil, but the sands of Egypt had a different opinion. If the story of Magdalene felt subversive, you might not be ready for what comes next, because if she was the hidden feminine divine, there is another figure who represents the dark heart of the New Testament. For nearly 2,000 years, the name Judas Iscariot hasn't been just a name, it's a curse, the ultimate symbol of betrayal. But in the mid-20th century, the sands of Egypt gave up a secret that had been waiting for 1,700 years. In the 1970s, near Beni Massar, grave robbers discovered a stone box in a cave. Inside was a leather-bound papyrus written in Coptic. It became known as the Codex Chakos. When scientists finally reassembled and translated it, the content caused a seismic shift. It was the lost gospel of Judas. In this text, history is completely inverted. Judas isn't portrayed as a greedy traitor. He is portrayed as the only disciple with the spiritual strength to understand Jesus' true, harsh plan. According to the text, Jesus asks Judas to betray him. He assigns him the hardest mission of all, to become the villain of the story, so the body could be sacrificed, and the divine spirit set free. Do you understand why this text is a theological nuke? If Judas was following orders, there is no betrayal. There is no ultimate evil fighting the good. There is only a complex divine plan that few can comprehend. The Vatican naturally rejected the text. But here is the chilling part. Why does the Vatican suppress these specific Gospels? Perhaps because they possess something more than just manuscripts, something that allows them to verify exactly what happened. Remember the device we mentioned at the very beginning. This is where the paper trail ends, and the forbidden technology begins. We return to the 1950s. Father Pellegrino Ernetti did not just make a claim. He revealed the source of the Vatican's confidence. He stated that his secret team, including Nobel physicist Enrico Fermi, had successfully built it, the Chronovisor. Ernetti was clear. It wasn't a time machine for travel. It was a receiver, based on the theory that every sound and image ever created never dies. It transforms into energy and floats in the universe. This device, he claimed, could tune into those frequencies and reconstruct past events, like watching TV. Ernetti claimed he saw lost ancient tragedies, but most importantly, he saw the Passion. He saw the Crucifixion. The Vatican denied everything. The official line is that such a machine never existed. Yet, on his deathbed, Ernetti did not recant. Reports suggest the machine was confiscated and dismantled on the orders of Pope Pius XII. Why? The official excuse was that such a device would destroy privacy. But imagine if the Chronovisor confirmed the Gospel of Judas or the secrets of Magdalene. Such a machine wouldn't just be tech. It would be the end of organized religion. Today, of course, the Vatican doesn't just look at the past. It has turned its gaze to the stars, and what it's looking for might connect us back to the beginning. On Mount Graham in Arizona, the Vatican maintains one of the most advanced observatories in the world, and there, attached to the telescope, is an infrared instrument with a name that chills the blood: LUCIFER. Officially, the Vatican says it's just a technical acronym. But is it possible that the institution fighting the devil named its eye on the universe after him? Is it hidden symbolism? At the same time, Vatican officials are openly discussing extraterrestrial brothers, stating their existence doesn't contradict the Bible. But conspiracy theorists see something else. Is the Vatican waiting for new friends, or are they waiting for the return of the old ones? Remember the Book of Enoch, the Watchers, the fallen angels who descended to earth. If these angels weren't spirits but flesh and blood entities, then perhaps the Vatican knows their return is imminent. Manuscripts that rewrite history, machines that view the past, telescopes named after Lucifer. All evidence points in one direction. The Vatican isn't just a church, it is a gatekeeper, guarding a reality that is kept strictly classified. But there is one final detail. Many researchers argue that these visitors, the fallen ones, aren't coming from the sky. They are already here. There is a place on our planet, isolated, frozen, and forbidden to common mortals. A place that, in recent years, religious leaders and politicians have started visiting secretly, without explanation. They didn't go to Rome, they went to the edge of the world, where the ice hides ancient secrets and perhaps living presences. In the next video, we put on our heavy gear. We travel to Antarctica to find out what they really found down there. Stay tuned. The truth is always stranger than fiction.